Hey guys, how are ya? I'm Jay, and today we're gonna look at a damn handsome Bestech Lion. So first I want to talk about and show you some of the features. Then we'll get into what I like about this knife, some of the potential deal breakers, and now make sure that you guys stick around until the end because I will display the full specs for you. Alright guys, here it is, the Bestech Lion. This is it's a manual action liner lock with a blade that's riding on ball bearing pivot. Now the deployment is accomplished, just a little flipper tab right here, and the blade is 3.375 inches long, and that's going to be 3.35 millimeters thick. And that's D2 tool steel, so really, really good stuff. It's going to retain its edge for a very long time. The handle, I have two measurements for the handle. Without the combination backspacer lanyard hole, the handle measures out to be 4.5 inches. If we do include that, it's 4.75 inches long. The thickness of that handle is a little over ½ inch at 0.56, and now the closed width, so how much room that this is going to take up in your pocket, is only going to be 1.18 inches. Now if we flip this guy over, you can see it is, for the most part, open construction with that stainless steel backspacer combination lanyard hole. Let me go ahead and grab the scale, and we're going to see how much this is going to weigh you down. Now before I go ahead and hoist this up on the scale, I want to show you guys this really quick, and I want to draw your attention to the inside of the liners, and they skeletonize the crap out of this knife, and on both sides, so on both liners, which you don't usually see. Usually when a knife is milled out to reduce the weight, it's on the non-locking side. But yeah, they skeletonize this thing quite a bit. Let's see how much weight that saves. 4.8 ounces, and that's going to be roughly the equivalent of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like 6 AA batteries. Now before we go any further guys, I just want to do a few size comparisons, and let's go ahead and start with the Spyderco Endura 4, and how about this one, the Benchmade Freak, and let's get a cold steel in there, the Code 4. And the last one I want to show you, of course, is going to be the PM2. All right, let's go ahead and look at some of the good stuff, guys. And I'm going to start with the let's start with the blade, which happens to be, it's a flat ground drop point with a really nice satin finish. And I just love this. I love simple handle designs. Some of you might consider boring. I like to call them simplistic, and so I really appreciate that in this knife. There are only 3 body screws. Look at that. Love that too. And all 3 of the screws, they kind of kept down towards the butt end of the knife. On the other side, look at that design on the pivot screw. That's a nice touch. Now I really like the action of the Lion. You can see that, and part of that is, of course, from the ball bearing pivot, but also from the strong detent. Very strong, unable to shake it open. And now you can do a little bit of, it will fall shut. Just a little bit of shake and bake there. Let's take a look at the centering, which, wow, that is dead bring it on. Once the blade is deployed, it looks like it's locking up a little early, but I guess rather early than late. It looks like it's at about 15%. Now, as far as ergonomics go, very, very nice, comfortable grip. I mean, the handle is just, it's very hand-filling. And I wear medium-sized gloves. You can see I've got plenty of room for all my fingers there. And there are no sharp edges anywhere on this handle. And Bestech did go ahead and give us a nice little sharpening choil. Thanks, guys. Now, the one thing that I do like about this pocket clip is that it's recessed, which really it honestly it doesn't need to be, because of the design of the clip. It's not, you know, you would usually see that when it's a fold over clip, you know, so it doesn't get caught on your pocket. So yeah, not really necessary here, but they did it anyway. It does give it, you know, kind of a clean look. The price, $50. 50 bucks. Yes, you can pick up your very own Bestech Lion for 50 bucks. D2 steel, ball bearing pivot, G10 scales, beautiful drop point blade. 50 bucks. That is just a fantastic deal. Now, I hate to do it, guys, but we do have to talk about some of the potential deal breakers. And the first one is going to be, well, the handle. At 0.56 inches, that is a little bit thick. I mean, it's not griptilian thick, but it really is, it's close. And you can feel that when you grasp the handle. I mean, because it fills out your hand. So yeah, it's a little on the chunk style side. Now, as far as traction goes on the scales, well, there is none. Now, I would not call the scales slick, but there's no traction at all. I really wish what they would have done is, do you see the milling here with the grooved lines? I wish they would have brought those down just maybe to about here, because then, you know, like in the pinch grip, I don't know, it would just give me a little more confidence in holding the knife, because as it stands right now, with it being a little slick and chunky, it just kind of feels like it wants to fall out of my hand, and it makes it feel, well, kind of awkward. The lock, I really wish that they would have went with an inset liner lock. I mean, that really would have reduced the handle thickness, but they use just the standard liner, so of course we're looking at chunky handle. All right, next potential deal breaker is, we got to talk about this clip. Well, first and foremost, obviously it is not deep carry, and it looks like it's, yeah, tip up only just for righties. Now, technically you could switch this clip to the other side for lefties, because, okay, so if you notice those two holes right there, they perfectly line up with the pocket clip. I mean, perfectly. So technically, you could switch this if you're a lefty, but you'll be left with this cutout, which will be exposed. And you're gonna need longer screws, because I tried to do it with the body screws here, and yeah, they're just too darn short. So you're going to need longer screws, and the cutout is going to be exposed. I mean, if you don't care about that, then yeah, then I would say go ahead and do it if you're lefty. But it just, it does not make any sense to me why they did not make the clip swappable to either side. I don't get it. I mean, I know you got to cut costs somewhere, but the holes are already there. And now we have to address the elephant in the room here, guys. And that being the back spacer combination lanyard hole. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan at all. I mean, if I was to keep this, that would be the first modification I would make, is I would chop that stinking thing off, or remove it all together and maybe put some pillars in there, because the balance is off. I mean, it's, oh yeah, it's handle heavy, and it's because of this chunk of steel there on the butt end. So yeah, if I kept this, oh man, I'd be lopping this thing off right away. So, well, where does that leave us, guys? I would say for 50 bucks, I would say heck yeah. I mean, it's a great, great deal for some D2 steel. I actually found it for $40 on Amazon. I will include the link to that down below, guys. So hopefully, if they're still available, you can pick yourself up one for a discounted price. I mean, at 50 bucks though, it has to be one of the best deals out there right now. Unless you guys can think of a better one, a better deal than $50 for D2 steel. Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks you guys for stopping by and letting me talk knives with you. Don't go anywhere because, well, yeah, you're looking at the specs. So pause and read, and I'll see you guys at the next video. Hey, you guys take care, okay?